Hey everyone, welcome to Balance Now Zen and Pow Kickboxing Series. My name is Stephanie Helmers, and a little bit about me. I started my fitness journey with Turbo Kick, which is a cardio kickboxing class. I became an instructor, and that's how I even got into fitness in general. So ever since then, I have absolutely loved it. It's been about 4 or 5 years now. I always wanted to learn how to box when I was in high school. I had a punching bag and gloves that I got for Christmas, but there really wasn't a place for me to go do that. So lucky for me, as I was teaching Turbo Kick, the gym that I'm at now is actually an MMA or mixed martial arts gym, and they asked me to come use the studio space that they had open, which became Zen and Pow Studio. You can read more about that story in my bio, which is pretty interesting and kind of just fell into this opportunity. So as I stated, it was an MMA gym, and I started to get to know a lot of people at the gym, and I watched them train for their MMA fights, and I decided to try training myself since I did a little bit of boxing then by the time I got here, and I wanted to learn more. I loved kickboxing. So I started taking Muay Thai classes, I did some jiu-jitsu, some boxing, and then decided about 1.5 years ago, almost 2 years ago, that I wanted to do an MMA fight. I thought it'd be a great challenge for myself. And definitely it turned out to be, again, more about that story in my bio and how I got to be where I am today. But basically, since then, I've had 2 fights, and I absolutely love stand-up. I love Muay Thai. I love learning more. I love kicking. I love punching. I love putting it together. And I started teaching my own kickboxing class, mostly for women, at my studio, and it's one of my favorite classes to teach every week because I just have such a passion for it. So I wanted to do a couple videos on my website to give you guys a little bit of my knowledge. I by no means claim to be any sort of expert in Muay Thai especially, or kickboxing in general, but I do feel that I know the basics and enough to give you a good workout. So I want to show you that, and I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. I hope you use them on your own and have fun with them. So basically for the intro today, all we're going to do is go over 2 basic punches, form, finding out our stance, and then our jab and cross. Alright, so I'm actually southpaw or left-handed, which works perfect for mirroring you guys because most people are going to be right-handed, which means that their left foot is forward and the right foot is back. Alright, I am the other way, but you need to figure out what feels best for you. Okay, either way, I just want you to kind of play around with it and see how it feels. So we're going to put our hands up, and basically we don't want to be in a straight line here because then we're losing some of our balance. So I want a little bit of room between my feet, my front, my back leg, and then envisioning my opponent, I want my front leg to really dissect my imaginary opponent, okay? So I'm here, I'm going to have my hands up, and we're just going to start to shift our weight, coming back and forth, and just finding something that feels comfortable. So again, we could be left-handed, or we could be right-handed, all right? So either way, I want you to play around with it, and we're just going to stay here for a little bit, kind of shifting our way back and forth. We can start to lift our heels a little bit. The great thing about kickboxing too is a lot of times when you're working footwork, you're up on the balls of your feet, so working your calves a lot of calf muscle, and just great footwork. So from here, we can start to move a little bit more, lifting those heels. We're coming up on the balls of our feet. Our hands are still up. We're shifting that weight back and forth. We can even start to move more, balancing a little bit. All right, so just the basics here. Here's our stance, hands up. Relax shoulders a little bit. Now we're going to add on, okay? So once we found what feels comfortable for us as far as the stance, left or right, we want to make sure we're there, and then we're going to bring that front hand coming forward for our jab. Now, for the jab is kind of a distraction. It's not so much a power punch, it can be, but we just want to keep it nice and long and bring it right back to our face. All right, so from the side view here, I'm just extending it out. Notice I'm turning it over, so I'm landing my punches always with my front 2 knuckles, and then I come right back. So I snap it from the elbow. I can kind of either turn into it or step into it. Boom. Take that little mini step, and then I bring it right back. But as I said, we want to be really long. So by the time we're hitting, whether it's a bag or a pad or even a person, an opponent, our arm is completely extended on that jab. Boom. We're using our reach and we're using our length to our advantage. Next, we'll work on the cross. This is the 1, this is the 2. All right, so for the cross, this is more of a power punch. We're coming across the body, so that'll help you remember which one is your cross. Coming across the body, I almost want to use my shoulder to kind of protect my chin. Again, I'm extending nice and long, and I'm also sinking a little bit deeper. I have to pivot my back foot, and then I bring it right back to my face. So boom, right there. Pivoting, I have to use a little bit of core work here. And we always want to exhale on our punches. Boom, boom. All right, so coming towards you, here's our 2. Let's try putting it together. 1, 2. All right, nice and long. 1, 2. Come back. Reset every time. So don't get too fast. We want to focus on good form. So even if we're going slower, that's okay. All right, keep it going. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, once you get that down, if you want to add a little bit of footwork, you can do a little bit of footwork in between, keep that heart rate up. So it's more of a workout. 1, 2, come back, do a little footwork. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice and long. So a couple more. 1, 2. 1, 2. Again, exhaling. Using that core. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Shake it out. That is your intro to kickboxing. Just stance, a little bit of footwork, jab, cross. From here, try and do them in order 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. And you'll be able to build and add on by the end. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Like I said, put some music on if you want. Make it a workout and make it your own. Have fun.